He was assigned to guard the monster. Now it follows him like a shadow. Lieutenant Adam Rourke had guarded convicts, warlords, and mercenaries, but nothing like the thing in Cell 9. It wasn't even alive, at least, not in a way anyone could prove. The official term was Specimen K-47, recovered from a derelict ship near the Vega Rift. The scientists who brought it aboard didn't survive the week. The survivors stopped talking about it entirely. Now the job fell to him: keep it contained, report anomalies, and for the love of humanity don't touch the glass. 1. The containment room. The cell was kept in perpetual cold, the kind that bit through armor and chilled your breath into mist. The walls were black alloy, the lights dim to prevent neural mirroring. In the center stood the capsule. Inside it, floating, suspended, was it. A tall, translucent shape, humanoid but fluid, as if made from smoke and light. It didn't move, yet Adam always felt its gaze sliding over him, even without eyes. Dr. Halen, the xenobiologist, briefed him once. K-47 reacts to awareness. Don't focus on it too long. It notices. Adam hadn't believed her. Until the day it spoke. 2. The voice. Do you sleep? The words came through the intercom, soft and toneless, while Adam sat outside on night watch. He jerked upright, scanning the monitors. Who said that? Silence. Control, I'm hearing. Do you sleep? It repeated. His stomach turned to ice. The comms were disconnected, the line was sealed. Answer, it said again. You think. You fear. You sleep. He didn't reply. He didn't breathe. But he didn't deny it either. 3. The investigation. They scanned for leaks, energy surges, radio anomalies. Nothing. Dr. Halen ran neural tests and frowned at the readings. It's brainwave patterns syncing to yours, Lieutenant. It's reflecting your signals back. Like an echo. More like a shadow. After that, Adam was reassigned to day shifts only. But the whispers didn't stop. He'd hear his own voice behind him, repeating thoughts he hadn't spoken aloud. When he looked into reflective surfaces, sometimes the reflection lingered a heartbeat too long. And the longer he guarded K-47, the more he dreamed in static and light. 4. The breach. It happened on day 39. An energy pulse shook the lower decks. Sirens screamed. Adam rushed to the containment corridor and froze. The glass was cracked from the inside. K-47 was gone. Security teams swarmed the level, weapons drawn, sensors blind from interference. Someone shouted from behind an airlock door, then went silent mid-sentence. When Adam turned the corner, he saw himself. Not a mirror image. Him. Same armor, same face, same scar over the left brow. But the eyes glowed faint white. It smiled. You came. Then it stepped through him. For one impossible instant, his body turned to liquid light. When he could move again, the hallway was empty. 5. The shadow. They recaptured it hours later. Or thought they did. K-47 was back in its chamber, floating as before. Motionless. Calm. But Adam knew something had changed. The monitors now displayed 2 signatures, one inside the capsule, one following him around the ship. The scientists dismissed it as interference. He knew better. When he walked, he heard a second set of footsteps. When he turned, the sound stopped. And when he looked down, he saw, just for a blink, his shadow lag behind. 6. The connection. He confronted Dr. Halen. It's inside my head. Her face went pale. Then it chose you. What does that mean? Every mind it meets reflects in it. But only one sticks. You've been exposed too long. It's bonded. You're its anchor now. Can you remove it? Her silence was answer enough. 7. The isolation. They quarantined him. No contact, no weapons, no mirrors. The medbay lights flickered every night at 3 o'clock hours. Security footage showed shadows moving under the bed, climbing the walls, bending toward him as he slept. When he woke, the whispers were clearer. "You see me. Don't leave me. We are the same." He screamed until his throat bled. But part of him already knew he wasn't screaming alone. 8. The experiment. Command ordered termination of K-47. A plasma burst was prepared to vaporize it in containment. Adam demanded to watch. When the energy hit, K-47 convulsed, its body splintering into shards of light. Adam felt something tear inside his skull. Blood poured from his nose. He collapsed, choking on air that felt too heavy. Then, on the monitors, just for a second, its outline flared into human shape. His shape. And it looked at him. Then the feed went dark. They declared K-47 destroyed. 9. The return. 2 nights later, Adam was discharged, transferred to Lunar Command for psychological evaluation. The doctors said he'd been exposed to psionic radiation. Hallucinations. Neural trauma. "Nothing's following you, Lieutenant. You're safe now." But when he walked down the white halls of the lunar base, he noticed the lights flicker in rhythm with his heartbeat. When he stopped, the flicker stopped too. And in the mirrored surface of the observation glass, his reflection smiled before he did. 10. The choice. One evening, he sat alone in his quarters, staring into the dark. "Why me?" he asked softly. And the answer came not in words, but in the familiar hum at the back of his skull. "Because you saw me." The air shimmered. A shape formed behind him, faint and translucent. Not menacing. Almost mournful. "You were meant to guard me," it whispered. "Now you carry me." Adam's throat tightened. "If I end this, will you die?" "Not die," it said. "Just fade." He closed his eyes. Then fade. The light dimmed. The air stilled. For the first time in weeks, the ship was silent. He thought it was gone. Until he saw his shadow move. It leaned forward and whispered, just loud enough for him to hear. "You can't guard what you've become." 11. Epilogue. Official reports list Specimen K-47 as neutralized. Lieutenant Rourke was medically retired for severe stress-induced delusion. But engineers still talk about strange anomalies in the power grid, shadows that move against light, faint outlines that appear on sensor scans, whispers on unsecured channels. Sometimes, during inspections, a guard swears he sees a man standing in the dark, watching the containment cells. Always alone. Always silent. And his shadow stretches the wrong way.